He was told there's no way he'd be up and out of there in a year, and he done it. Because JB don't know what the word can't means. You tell him he can't do something, he's gonna do it or die trying.
I wanted to be able to stand there when my platoon got off the bus from Afghanistan. That was one of the biggest things. I wanted to be able to do that.
Corporal J.B. Kerns grew up as many boys only wish they did, spending his free time in the woods, where he'd hunt and fish and count the days until deer season. He was always full of an energy that commanded attention.
He was hyper, and when he'd have to talk to his daddy, he'd have to constantly poke at him.
Every word he said, Daddy, every word, he'd poke me with his finger. He done that till he was, what, 9 or 10 years old?
J.B. Kerns came from a family with a history of military service. As a teenager, he had pride in himself and pride in his country, and he dreamt one day of joining the Marines.
J.B. went in 3 days after he graduated high school in 2008.
J.B. went to boot camp at Parris Island, South Carolina, where a drill instructor known as Sergeant Devil Voice made it his personal goal to make J.B. quit. He never did. In May of 2009, J.B. was deployed to Helmand Province, Afghanistan.
I was a combat engineer. I was in 2nd Combat Engineer Battalion, and what we mainly did was like urban breach-in, counter IED ops. You know, we're the guys out there swinging a metal detector, finding, you know, these IEDs in the ground and stuff. Loved it. I mean, loved my job. I loved everything I did.
After J.B.'s first deployment, he volunteered for another. He knew he'd be going out with Marines who'd never been deployed before, and with his experience, he felt he could look out for them.
I remember each time he went, cried when he'd leave, but so glad when he got home.
In April of 2011, J.B. went on his 3rd deployment, and 2 weeks later, while on patrol, an IED exploded beside him. J.B. lost both legs below the knee and his right arm. On the plane back to the United States, J.B.'s health faltered and he nearly died. He was kept in a drug-induced coma, and while his parents watched over him at Walter Reed Medical Center, no one knew if he would make it.
We had 13 or 14 days there that he was in a coma. That was really, to me, it was really trying.
J.B. did wake up, and his condition improved. He committed himself to one goal. He'd get out of the hospital, and he'd do it standing up. In August of 2011, J.B.'s platoon returned home. They were loaded into a bus, which would take them to the military base where their families were waiting. Along the way, the bus stopped at a corner, and the Marines inside couldn't believe their eyes. Their brother in arms, Corporal J.B. Kerns, was standing there on the sidewalk.
The whole bus kind of went crazy, you know. You know, just cheerful and joyful screams. It was amazing. It was one of the greatest feelings ever, just to see all of them again and be there with them again.
Just under a year had passed since J.B.'s injury when he was officially discharged from Walter Reed. He went to live with his parents in Ararat, Virginia, the town where his father had grown up. His parents were his caregivers, but despite their best efforts, the home in which they lived proved difficult for J.B. The bathroom sink was removed so J.B. could enter in his wheelchair. The kitchen was almost completely inaccessible.
He tolerates a lot of it and a lot of frustrations he just puts up with. He never once said, you know, pity me, feel sorry for me.
The first time I met J.B. Kerns was outside of Martinsville, Virginia, at a press conference, announcing tickets going on sale for a Lieutenant Dan Band concert to raise funds to build him a home. When J.B. heard he was going to be given a house, he couldn't believe it.
The first contact was a telephone call, and I was like, who are these people? Like, they're crazy. Like, what are they talking about? You know?
He was really excited afterwards, after the initial phone call, and he realized it wasn't a prank.
J.B. chose to have his home built in Ararat, Virginia. The local community rallied behind the effort, and under the Gary Sinise Foundation's RISE program, in collaboration with Building for America's Bravest, The house was completed on September 29th, 2014.
I never dreamed of having a log home like this. It's amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. Love it. I won't have to depend on nobody really for anything. I'll be able to move around the house freely when I'm in my chair, do whatever I need to do. All the doorways are wider. The kitchen's definitely big enough for me to get around. The bathroom's got the roll-in shower, so I can roll in there in my wheelchair. We have the elevator to go down to the basement, so it's just all around complete. Really what makes it smart is I get to sit on the couch and have the iPad or my iPhone and turn the lights on and off, the fans on and off, control the heat and air, check the cameras if I want to, change music, change the TV. I mean, it's like crazy when all that stuff does.
They gave him his dream.
J.B. Kerns has received not only a new home, but a new beginning. At the Gary Sinise Foundation, we serve our nation by honoring our defenders, veterans, first responders, their families, and those in need. To learn more about the Gary Sinise Foundation and how you can support other wounded veterans like J.B. Kerns, visit GarySiniseFoundation.org.